Okay, guys, welcome along. Hope you guys had a fantastic week so far. And of course, you want to finish strong. Don't let the weekend be your weekend. So, we wanted to jump on this call with you to share some strategies because when you first start in business, almost anything will work for you. Because your Facebook is all fresh, your friends never seen you post anything like it before. So almost anything you post will create engagement. People will comment and like because it's all new, etc. But after some time, it can get a bit tired, especially if you're using a couple of posts and you just sort of reusing them and reusing them and reusing them, and you will start getting less engagement. So you want to get a bit more creative and you want to engage other types of strategies. So me and Sarah just wanted to jump on this call today and remind you of some of the campaigns that we already ran, and also give you some ideas of things maybe you haven't tried yet. So it just mixes it up more and gets your sales up and gets more engagement on your posts. Is that right, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go through some of the campaigns because I've got them on one document. And then that just to remind you guys, and then Sarah, if you want to add anything, just stop me, etc.
Yeah.
So the first campaign here we have is something that I like to call engagement questions campaign. So it's basically a question that you're putting out on your social media that creates engagement, i.e. likes, comments, etc., and sometimes even private messages. So one of the messages almost probably all of you have used is when you first joined in your first day, we asked you to post the question, hey, I'm looking for inspiration. What's your favorite perfume? And I'm pretty sure you got some comments and some likes from that, right? So this is something called engagement question, but that's not the only question you can ask. So you can mix these in and you can sprinkle some of these engagement questions throughout your social media almost every single day. But think about things that would cause people to comment. So what will get people talk to you, what will get people commenting and liking, etc. So it doesn't always has to be about perfume. It could be about a bunch of different things. So just think about those types of things. Also, in the engagement campaign, we have things like the throwback Thursday, where you can put a perfume that you've used when you were a kid, and you can post this up, and who remembers wearing this as a child? I used to be obsessed over it. What's your favorite one? Or some of the others I've seen is like just asking people, hey, what was the perfume you used to use as a teenager, etc. Right? But again, this doesn't have to be just perfume, right? So think about other things, how to sort of take people down the memory lane, how to engage people, because the whole idea of social media is not necessarily to sell right away, but is to engage people in a conversation. So even if the conversation has nothing to do with the product you're selling, but starting that conversation, somebody engaging with your post, maybe you have a friend on your Facebook who hasn't spoken to you for years, maybe never actually, you've added them at some point and they were just there. But you create a post that engages that person and they drop a comment. Now that's an excuse for you to message this person saying, hey, Lucy, thanks for commenting. I know that was hilarious, whatever. And off you go, you start the conversation, and then maybe you lead it down into the fact that you sell amazing products or that you offer people opportunity to earn extra income, etc. So always think of the different ways how you can engage people. And by the way, I'll put this file into our group afterwards so you can use it. The next
Thanks,
one.
Gediminas. Can I just butt in there now then?
Sure.
So, yeah, because I think what's happened is with us is you think that these campaigns are rigid, and that's what we're trying to make you realise they're not. Every campaign we give you is just an example of what you can continue to do. So it doesn't mean to say that every week you have to do that same question. So as Gediminas said, one of the questions might be, who's your childhood sweetheart? Because it's just fueling that engagement. Or what was the first designer handbag that you bought? Any question like that that's just going to provoke somebody to engage back with you.
Yeah,
and it's straight away.
Yeah, or tell me how you feel with the GIF. you know, or how, you know, what was your week, you know, in a GIF, you know, and people just start putting the GIFs and things like that.
Exactly. And then anybody that comments on that question, you find a reason to talk to them. So, you know, then, you know, this is about you thinking a little bit outside the box and being a bit more inventive, and then quickly going onto that person's page and finding out that they've just bought a new house, or, you know, they've just had a new bunch of flowers bought by somebody, and any reason for you then to contact them, say like, oh, love those new flowers you've bought, or, you know, see your son just scored that goal in his last football match. So it's giving you a reason to talk to people. It's about talking, connecting, and then turning those conversations into what you're doing. Oh, hey, by the way, can I add you to my perfume group? Or, oh, by the way, you know, I've got a perfume party next week at the charcoal burner, or, you know, somewhere in Essex, would you like to come? So it's making you think of ways to speak to those people. So we're not trying to make you all become robots and copy that one particular question. You know, get that question and start brainstorming to yourself. You know, get a pen and paper and think, well, that's one question. Why don't you now have a notepad with 20 questions that you've brainstormed, and then every day you've got that question ready, and then you put it onto Facebook, you know? So that's what we're trying to do. We're giving you like the first hurdle, you know, and then you've got to start jumping over them yourselves and thinking about this yourself, because it's your business, you know, it's your personality needs to come through, you know, your personal branding.
Exactly.
And so yeah, but anyway, Gediminas, on to the next one now. Sorry.
Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the next one is raffle campaign. So again, some of the team members have been crushing it with raffles, you know, doing loads of them, etc. But again, you know, it's just a nice way for you to get extra sale, you know, because it's still a sale. You still collect the same amount of money as you would have by selling the product, but it engages your group or your friends list, etc. And one of the things I wanted to share, we did mention it at the training, which is basically FM bingo. So I'm going to go ahead and share some things, because FM bingo, similar like a raffle, it's all about engaging people. And we used to use FM bingo at parties when we used to do perfume parties, and it's quite interesting where, you know, it's fun because they're crossing out the pictures of the products, but at the same time, it gets people to get to know your products as well. So I'm thinking you could run a bingo within your group, you could go live and people can buy the bingo card, you know, £1 each, and they carry on crossing out, you know, the products. So it's all based on basically like a bingo card, right? So you've got 6 products per card. You know, a lot of these products are old products, guys. So just ignore the pictures. You would need to make your own ones, because these ones being created when dinosaurs were still roaming the earth, you know, so some of these products are no longer in FM, you know, but just an idea. So different cards with different products, right? And then what you have product info cards. So you, as the host of the bingo, you pull a card out and you say, well, glossy lipstick. And on the other side, you actually have the description. So glossy lipstick contains protective waxes. It's a combination of this and that and the other. You know, it has this ingredient and that. So they're crossing out the lipstick of the card, and you read out what it is all about. You pull the next card out, and maybe it's the nail lacquer, you know, and you say, well, nail lacquer is suitable for brittle nails. Active calcium strengthens and hardens the nails, preventing them from further breaking, blah, 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 right? So as they're crossing out these cards, they're also learning about your products. So the idea is that by the end of the bingo, not only that somebody won, you know, a prize, but also a bunch of people go, well, I want to get that metabolism coffee. I want to get that Nutrico I want to get that silicone base. I want to get that whatever, right? Because they heard the description and they went, actually, this sounds quite interesting. So you could 100% run this virtually, you know, and send people their card virtually, right? So they don't even have to cross it out. They know what they've got on their card, so they can just shout out bingo as soon as they know that their 6 products have been mentioned. You know what I mean? And it's just another way of doing a raffle. You know, this, of course, is a bit more work, but I think especially within the team group, is definitely doable. You know what I mean?
So just going to give another tip here for raffles. You know, I love anything to do with referrals, which is leveraging from somebody else's Facebook page to grow your business. You could always ask a good friend of yours or a family member, or, you know, somebody that really wants to help you grow your business. You know, you're always going to have someone who wants to support you. You could always ask them to put a raffle on their Facebook page on behalf of you. And then obviously you're going to leverage off of their friends that you may not have on your Facebook page. Secondly, you know, you can obviously give your friend a discount next time they want to place an order with you. You know, so it's, again, just thinking about the campaigns we're giving you and how you can change that or grow it or make it different. So once again, just try to expand your mind and think about other ways that you can make these campaigns we're giving you work. And if you guys come up with any other ideas, you know, share them with the group, because that's what we want. We want to keep being inventive.
For sure. And because Sarah mentioned the friends, I mean, add friends. You know, like some people, you know, they have on the profile like 80 friends. Like, what's your excuse? Get some friends. You know, what are you, Billy No Mates or something, right? So start adding some people, you know, expand. You know, I mean, you can have like up to 5,000 friends on Facebook. So add some people, you know, choose wisely, obviously. Make sure that you're not adding some weird, like fake profiles and things like that. Look for people similar to you. You know, if you're a mom, then add other moms. You know what I mean? You can even go into some groups, for example, local groups. Let's say you live in, I don't know, Kettering, you know, so you can go on Kettering, buy and sell or whatever, and find people who live in Kettering and add them as your friend, etc. So not only they're on your Facebook, but also it's an easy way to meet up if need be, right, with that person. So expand your horizons, expand your list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
just sorry, Gediminas, because there's a bit of a time delay, but just another idea for you is, you know, this network marketing, it's all about empowering others, and you might have some friends that are in different network marketing companies that are not in conflicts with you, or they might have a different retail business. Why don't you both support each other, and perhaps if you can do some kind of a raffle or some kind of a prize for them on behalf of them on your product page, but in return they can do the same for you. You know, so once again, you're just expanding that network and you're tapping into somebody else's customer base, but it's mutual, because you're doing it for each other. So once again, you're helping each other grow, because the chances are you might have a friend, you know, that's a hairdresser but doesn't want to join the business, but could do a raffle for you. But at the same time, you could do something for your friend to help them increase their client base. So you just keep thinking about how you can help others and how they can help you.
Yeah, and like influencers, you know, like Jenny mentioned on the chat that she found this person on Facebook that's got like 19,000 followers, and you know, for giving them a perfume, that person will give her a shout out, promote the product, etc., to all of their followers, you know. So think about, you know, and you could do the same thing on Instagram, but also even on Facebook. Think about who's like super popular on your Facebook list. I'm sure you know those people who put a photo and then they get 500, you know, comments on the photo and 600 likes, etc. So think about who are the influencers already on my Facebook, and you can reach out to that person and use the super indirect approach, saying, hey, look, I know my business is not for you, etc., but would you be open, you know, to, you know, give me a shout out, you know, and I'll give you a freebie for that. Or if I sell 10 perfumes for your recommendation, I'll give you one for free, etc. Because I can see you're so popular, everybody's liking you, you know, could you do me a favor and give me a shout out, you know? And since she's not doing the business, she might be much more likely to give you that shout out, you know, because most of the time people are embarrassed to advertise themselves, but they're totally cool to give a shout out for somebody else. You know, people share other people's stuff all the time, you know what I mean? Okay, so the next one here is a WhatsApp campaign. So again, you know, there's so many contacts that you most likely have on your phone that it's been ages since you reached out to them, etc. So again, you could create a WhatsApp group for potential customers, etc., and invite your friends. Don't just blatantly add, you know, 1,000 friends on a WhatsApp group and start blasting them every day. But, you know, if you ask them, hey, you know, I've got this thing, it's going to be fun, it's going to be entertaining, and you're going to get some special offers in there, etc. Would you mind me adding to your group? A lot of people definitely say, yeah, sure, add me, you know. And then, of course, you on that group, you can do raffles and a bunch of other things, etc., you know. Okay.
I'm just going to give another tip here. I mean, it's not just to do with WhatsApp, but sometimes we forget that we've got an email, and so have all of our friends. And so, you know, you might be able to do some kind of an email campaign where you go into your Hotmail account or your Outlook, or you know, whichever email you've got, and go into your email contacts and maybe do some kind of an email campaign. You know, because some people might be friends with you on Facebook, but some people don't actually use Facebook, and they may only use it once every 2 weeks, and they don't happen to see what you're doing, but they may be at work, and they may check their emails a bit more regularly. And if they see a campaign from you, it might just attract some more customers into your business.
Yeah, totally. Like, I remember one of the ladies we had in a team, she was working in an office, so she literally went send to all. And she sent out, you know, the fact that she's doing perfumes, etc. And again, it was like just before Christmas, and she saw like 25 bottles in her office, you know, just by letting her workmates know about what she started to do. And actually that brings us to the new job campaign, you know. So one of the campaigns that, again, we've used was, you know, hey, exciting news, I've just decided to take a fab opportunity with FM, and we'll be bringing you amazing products, which include fragrances, cosmetics, fitness, nutrition, and so much more. I'll be bringing you some great deals on products. We have a range of products to suit everyone. So who would like to save on their perfume aftershave? You know, let me know your favorite, and I'll drop you, you know, and I'll drop you a message, and you can have a nice picture with that as well. So again, it's just letting people know, like, you know, we said this on a previous webinar, but, you know, a lot of people think that the Facebook friends or the Facebook audience is like a standing army. They're all waiting and they're all following every single post that you do, etc. But that's not true. Your Facebook followers are like a moving parade. So you posted yesterday and you think that everybody saw it, but actually maybe 5% of all of your friends saw that post. 95% of your friends didn't see that post. So if you post it again, the chances are, again, they'll go, "Ooh, she's doing something," or "He's doing something. Let me check it out," etc. You know, so don't be scared to reuse the post, especially if the post worked for you. You know, that's what big companies very often do, the mistake where they do an advertisement, it works fabulously, sells so well, and then they go, "Well, we need to change it. We need to make a new one." You don't make a new advertisement until the other one stops working. You know, so if you've had a campaign that worked for you a week ago, 2 weeks ago, reuse it again, reuse it again. You know, I know we're telling you to do new stuff, and then I'm telling you to reuse stuff, but you know what I mean. Something like this as well. I'm honestly blown away with the feedback of these amazing perfumes and aftershaves. Customer feedback is amazing. DM your favorite perfume aftershaves, and I'll send you a price list. You know, order date is this Friday or whatever, whenever you do your order. Again, so it's just, again, reaching out to people, encouraging people to do. Now, this is a daily checklist, so I'm going to skip this part because we're not really talking about the daily checklist. Well, actually, it's worthwhile mentioning, you know, you need to be proactive. So it's all very well to post what we tell you to post, and it will create some engagement and some comments. But at the same time, we also need to be proactive. You know, like some of you been at the training on Tuesday, and we spoke about marketing versus prospecting. And, you know, Ray Higdon's approach when he first started was to get 20 no's a day and 1 video a day. So 20 no's is prospecting, 1 video is marketing. So the posts you're putting on social media, waiting for the comments to come in and likes, that's marketing. But at the same time, you want to be doing prospecting, you know, reaching out to a few of your friends every single day, saying, hey, you know, how is things, etc., starting those conversations and telling them what is it that you do, that Christmas is coming, that you want to save them money on the Christmas presents, would they like to buy free presents for the price of one, etc., 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 you know, because again, I promise you, a lot of your Facebook friends, a lot of your phone contacts, a lot of your family, neighbors, etc., they don't know that you're selling these perfumes. They don't know that they could save a lot of money, you know. So do reach out to people on a daily basis. Okay, the next one I really love, the campaign that Sierra introduced was the solution selling campaign. Now, again, we use this very successfully for drain cleaner granules. We've used this for other products, etc. But again, you can use solution selling for any of the products that we do, you know, and we do like 1,000 products. So you could be doing a different solution selling campaign every single week, you know, about different types of products, you know. So day one, for example, you just create leads, you know, with a question. So, hey, has anyone had a problem with blocked sync? Yuck, I hate when my sync gets blocked up. Do you, right? So it causes engagement, and they don't even know that you're selling a product that does solve that problem, right? But it creates engagement, right? So think about all the different ways how you could do this, all the different type of problems that you could address, which your product solves, right? So whether it's a weight loss, whether it's sleeping better, whether it's staying healthy in winter months, because more and more people will be getting flus. There's so many different products, you know, that you can think, okay, instead of me selling what it is, like, hey guys, I'm selling this inner balance or whatever, think about what it does. What problem does it solve, right? And then it leads to making, you know, solution selling campaigns. So if, for example, if I wanted to say inner balance, I could go and say, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, I really barely slept last night. It's just a nightmare. Anybody else, you know, suffers from insomnia, you know, and has a bad sleep once in a while, you know, and people can comment, right? And things like that. So there's so many different ways. And then day two is an OMG post. So you just go, hey, I've just found out the best product for unblocking sinks, helping me to sleep better, for losing weight, for whatever, right? For creamier skin, etc., right? Look at these results, and you can share some photos, etc. Now, if you're not using the group that we have, which is called FM World Product Results and Testimonials, make sure that you get onto that group, because in that group, we now have, I think, about 3,000 people, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures, videos, etc., of people using these products, getting results. So you can get so many ideas just by scrolling through those posts and going, oh my gosh, there's a guy with a mascara, let me share this picture, you know, or whatever, right? There's just so many different posts that you can literally just take the photos and use it for your campaigns. So then day three, post before and after pics. So if you know, if it's a cleaning product, or it's a weight loss product, or it's a, well, you know, makeup product, you can use before, after. If you're brave, you can take a photo of yourself before you apply makeup, then after you applied makeup. Those ones are very powerful because it shows the vulnerability. It shows that you're a real human being. It does tremendous result. It gets tremendous results. Then day four, you can do a raffle for that particular product that you already been promoting for 3 days. So you've been making people curious, you've been enticing people, and now you say, hey, would you like to get it for free? You know, you can win this one. So again, it's pretty awesome. And then day five, you can do a live experiment or record a video or post it on social. So again, you know, you could do the drain cleaner thing, but there's so many different products that you can do a live video. You know, hey, you know, I wanted just to show you this product, etc. Put it on, apply it, or whatever, right? It's just endless how you can use it. And then day six, you do the last orders post. So you say, hey guys, I'm placing orders tomorrow for this amazing product. You know, you put a picture of it, you know, drop me a message if you'd like to get one, or if you need more info. And then day seven, you thank for your orders. Again, this is, I think, something that a lot of people miss out. Like most of you guys are getting orders every single week, but you're not thanking your customers. Like, it's not that hard to go on Facebook and go, thanks, Louise, thanks, Sarah, thanks, Kelly, thanks, Sally, for ordering this week. I really appreciate you guys. You're amazing, etc. So there's few things. One, it gives them a pat on the back, and they feel good about themselves now that they're supporting your business. But on the other hand, your friends now see, wow, you know, there's loads of people ordering from her. What is she selling? He said it just, again, creates more curiosity. So definitely worthwhile using those things, right? Okay, number 7 is Tenner Tuesday. So again, every Tuesday we do Tenner Tuesday. So you can share some products under 10 pounds, which we have loads of, right? So you can mix it up. You know, don't always just blast the same products week after week after week. Make them different. You know, put them also in your stories. I saw Kelly today did an awesome thing, you know, with discounts, like a weekend of Friday flash sale, where she put products on her story, like this product, you know, advent calendar, 30 quid instead of 35, you know, HD mascara, this amount of money instead of that, etc. The only tip I gave to Kelly is to actually write down the normal price before putting, because she just put the sale price, which is awesome, great discounts, but some people might not know what was it originally, so just to show that they're saving £5 or whatever. But again, awesome idea, right? Because what do you have to lose? If you haven't had that customer, now you'll have it. Okay, you'll lose £5 of profit, but you just got yourself a new customer. You know what I mean? So that works pretty awesome. And we have like shower gels that smell, all of the lovely perfumes, etc. So it's absolutely amazing. Number 8 is the extra cash campaign. So that's a recruiting campaign, but again, you want to sprinkle those recruiting campaigns in between your product sales campaigns, because, hey, let's face it, not everybody can afford to buy products, right? Some people, they're struggling, right? So even when you're doing the personal reach outs, so for example, if you put a picture of the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, somebody responded to you and you go, well, it's $23.90, and they go, oh yeah, maybe later, whatever. If you see them umming and ahhing, what does that mean? They don't have the money for it. They can't afford to buy it. Have you got something for them in that case? The business opportunity. So for me, whenever I offer somebody a product, whether it's a NutriCode that costs £60 or it's a UT cream for 140 quid, as soon as I cash them going, I'm in an airing, I go, if you don't mind me asking, wouldn't the money be the challenge for you? And they go, oh yeah, I can't afford it. And I go, no problem. How would you like to get one for free? For free? Everybody likes for free, right? How can I get it for free? Well, I can show you how you can start making money. Like you sell 3 of these, you get yours for free, right? You sell 3 NutriCodes, you made 60 quid profit. You can get for free. Actually, you only need to sell 2 because the distributor's price is 20 quid, it's 40 quid. So you sell 2, you made 40 quid, you can buy one for yourself for free. Would you like me to show you how you can make your first sale today? You know what I mean? So there's loads of people out there who might not be able to buy products from you, but they could join your business, start selling the products. Guess what? You got loads of points from that, right? Okay. Number 9. Sarah already mentioned the recommendations, asking for referrals. And this one, I think, is so powerful. It's a personal recommendation campaign. So again, think about it. If you have 500 friends, 1,000 friends, 2,000 friends, could you not message 10 people every day asking, hey, could you please help? I started this home-based business. I'm selling these amazing perfumes at the fraction of the price. Could you help me out? Could you support me by sharing this post on your timeline and tagging me in? And when I sell 10 perfumes through your recommendation, I'll give you a perfume for free, or 5 perfumes, or whatever you choose, right? So, like one of my favorites is this one, OMG guys, I cannot wait to get my new bottle of perfume from Charles, right? Now, are they lying? No, because they're going to get one for free once they sold 10, right? So I can't wait to get my new bottle of perfume from Charles. I've heard such amazing things about this company, and they smell just like the designer favorites. He has over 150 of them, so message him for details. And they tag him in, right? And they can even put a picture like that, right? Boom. Imagine if you get 10 friends to do that for you. That's 10 people's friends all seeing that. Imagine if each of them has 1,000 friends. That's 10,000 people who sees your name and the fact that you're selling perfumes with a low discount. Could you not ask 10 friends every single day from your Facebook? They're saying, hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? They go, nah, sorry, I can't post that on my timeline. No worries, have an awesome day. Right? Next, right? So just ask and you shall receive. If you don't ask, you'll definitely won't get. But this is something that, you're not asking them to spend money. You're not asking them to buy something from you. You're not asking them to join your business. All you're asking them is to share a bloody post. And they do that every single day by sharing all the stupid things and all the political stuff and all the, celebrities and football teams, etc. They can definitely share your post too, not a big deal. Next one is not really a campaign, but something that a lot of us, we need to take a look at is social media cleanup. So the raffle you did 5 weeks ago doesn't need to be on your timeline. Get rid of it. The selling post you did, a special offer last Friday, get rid of it. It doesn't need to be there. So keep clean as you go. So you go next day, scroll back a couple of days tomorrow and see what are not longer relevant. If you did like a promotion post or whatever, delete, 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 right? So it's new and fresh, right? It's not getting old. Like, that's why I love posting into stories, because stories only last 24 hours. So next day, it's a clean slate again, you know. But your timeline, you need to clean it once in a while, right? Because otherwise it just becomes really like some of our profiles, you can scroll and you don't see anything else except FM, right? You just perfume, makeup, drink, clean, etc. There's no personality. You become like Sarah says, your page starts looking like eBay, you know, or Amazon, right? And you don't want that. You know, you want those sales posts, but then you want to get rid of them as you go through it, right? So that's that so far. Let me jump into the other bit. Okay, so also some time ago, I did a training about 26 ways of getting customers and selling products. Now, some of these strategies are actually offline, not just online. But again, I thought I'll just give you some ideas, you know, because you want to make sure that you always got plenty of things to go for, plenty of ideas, plenty of things. So of course you need to brainstorm yourself and see what other people are doing. But at the same time, you know, there's this bunch of things that you can do, you know. So I'll just quickly go through this, because there's actually a video that I recorded about this, which I shared on our group. But what are other ways that you can sell, right? And these strategies, these are the strategies that I used. When I first started, there was no Facebook, there was no social media almost. We were all doing it, you know, face-to-face, etc. So first one, of course, family, friends, neighbors, workmates, like, do they all know about what you do? If they don't, drop them a message, send them a picture, etc. Next, one of my favorites used to be beauty salons and hairdressers. You know, I used to have what I used to call traveling sample kits. So I would have 3 or 4 sample kits that would be traveling. I used to work in school, so I would finish around 3, half 3 in the afternoon. So I would pop in a beauty salon, whatever is closest. I would just Google beauty salons, hairdressers close to me. I would pop in there and go, hey, my name is Gediminas. I work with a company called FM. I'm sure you probably haven't heard of us, but we do a perfume that smells 3 times stronger, and it's 3 times less expensive than what they sell in the shop. And as I'm saying this, I'm opening the sample kit in front of them. And when they see that sample kit, they go, what is that? And I go, well, this is 150 perfumes that we do. This is the list where you can see what they are similar to, etc. You know, ours is higher concentration, so we actually sell perfume, not eau de toilette, not whatever. And you know, we are much more affordable because we don't pay celebrities and we don't advertise, etc. It's all word of mouth. Could I leave the sample kit with you until tomorrow? And when I finish my work tomorrow, I'll pop over and grab it. If you like something, I'll get those orders in for you. If you don't like anything, no problem. It doesn't cost you anything. I'll just take the kit and take it to the next beauty salon. Could I leave this with you? A lot of them said yes. And I would sell 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles in one beauty salon. You know, all of those ladies start going through those samples. It becomes hectic. So next one is offices and businesses. So I started sort of just doing beauty salons because in my head I thought, well, beauty salon, the people who come there want to look nice, so probably they'll want to smell nice. But then my wife Rita went like, why don't I just go to any business? You know, and she started going to, you know, estate agents, gyms, etc. Anywhere where she could walk through the door and, you know, tell them about the products, she would go in and start telling people about the products, you know. So she had sales everywhere, literally, you know. And I know it sounds a bit stereotyping, but women do better at this than men, because women are trusted more. You know, a guy, everybody goes, oh, what is he up to? You know, he must be scamming something or whatever, right? But when a woman goes in, people just trust a woman more. So Rita would always outsell me, you know, whenever she would go out, because she would have her lipsticks in her pockets, etc. So as soon as she catches the lady, she starts putting it on her hand, showing her how it all works. And she used to get a lot more sales than I would. Okay, next one. Whoops, what's happening here? Let me just move this away. Okay, where was I? Number 3. Okay. Number 4, charities, schools, nurseries, etc. So again, one of the things that my wife Rita done in a couple of our girls' schools and nurseries when they used to be nursery, she would go in a nursery and say, look, are you guys trying to raise funds? And like every school, every church, they always are raising funds for something, right? So of course they would get, yeah, absolutely. And she would say, look, I have this home-based business where I sell better perfumes at a lower price. Could I come one day and put a stall here in this nursery and sell my perfumes to your staff members and other parents? And all the profit that I make 30% profit on my sales. All of my profit, I'll give it to the school. I'll give it to the nursery. So it's free money for them, right? Both our daughter's nursery and our daughter's school agreed, and my wife done those events. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would I give away all of my profit? Because you're gaining customers. So yes, you give away all the profit from your first sale, but you got the points, and now you've got all of those customers' details. So now from then on, you can sell to them and keep all the profit to yourself, right? So it just, again, exposes your business to more people. Product parties, again, pretty awesome way. I've done myself personally loads of product parties, especially for new team members who join the business. You just basically invite your friends and family to your home, you show them the products, you let them try, etc., and people order. Simple as that. You know, you don't overcomplicate it. We've got some games and things like that we can share with you. Gyms are awesome, and some gyms even allow you to have a stall. So you could go in a gym, in your local gym, and ask them if they do that. If they allow you, you can have a stall with your products and basically sell your products. Now, the reason why gyms are quite awesome, because they get a lot of footfall. Like a lot of people go in and out of the gym all day long. So if you can get yourself for a day in a gym, you can get in front of so many people you would not believe, you know. And again, we've got food supplements that helps gym people as well, you know. Small shops, so even though we can't sell our products to shops like Tesco, Sainsbury's and Asda, etc., your little sort of corner shops, etc., they can become your customers, and they can even become your team members and resell the products. So make sure that, you know, you mentioned when you're in your local off license, when you're in your local barber shop or whatever, tell them what you do, because some of them might become your customers and even team members. Restaurants and coffee shops, again, you know, a lot of local restaurants and coffee shops, they don't do that great, you know, they don't make that much money. And people who own restaurants, who work in restaurants, usually they're quite connected within the community. So again, you can just pop in there during daytime when it's not too busy and just expose them to what you do. Ask them if they would like to be your customers or even join your business, right? Hospitals, again, a lot of hospitals have a separate canteen for staff members. And a lot of the times they allow small business owners to come and sell their stuff. So, you know, like Book People, like Ann Summers, etc. A lot of these companies, they go there in the hospital staff canteens, and they have a stall with their products. So again, if you live close to a hospital, check out if they allow people to come and sell their stuff. Because again, in a hospital, you've got so many members of staff that work there, and also nurses. They're perfect recruits. My wife is a nurse, by the way. And we've got like 3 nurses in our team who are in the Orchid Club, right? Pearl Orchid, Amaranth Orchid, etc. So nurses, they work super hard and they don't get rewarded very well. So they're always looking for other ways of making money. You know what I mean? Then you have fairs, markets, expositions, and things like that. Just one word of caution. Make sure you don't spend too much money, because some of those fairs, they might charge you like 100 quid or 150 quid for a stall. Definitely don't go to that. But if it's like 10 quid, 15 quid, 20 quid, definitely worthwhile to go there, expose those people to your products, because usually the organizers of the fair or the market, etc., they attract a lot of people. They put adverts in, etc. So they attract people basically to come and buy from you. Then you have clubs and groups. So again, do a bit of homework, do a bit of research. What's happening within your local area? What sort of clubs? You know, maybe there's mom clubs, maybe there's some groups, you know, social gatherings, etc. within your local area. But at the same time, also on social media, like what sort of groups could you relate to? What sort of groups could you join? Maybe you're into Lego, you know, so join a Lego group. Maybe you're into dogs, so join a dogs group. Maybe you're into running, so join a local runners group, etc. Online, I mean, like on Facebook, and you can interact with those people because you already got something in common with them. So you can start a conversation about trainers, which leads to perfume. You can start a conversation about dog breeds that leads into perfume. You know what I mean? Just start some conversations out there. Community events, again, just check out what sort of events happening in your community, because sometimes there's festivals, there's fairs, like here in Peterborough we have tomorrow Diwali, which is the festival of sun for Hindus, right? So they're going to do their food, etc. Now if I wanted to recruit Hindus, pretty good event to go to, right? Because there's going to be a huge community there, right? So research these events, what's happening within your local area, where could you pop in and see and meet some new people, right? Because sitting at home, sometimes it's not that easy to meet new people, right? Anybody who knocks on your door, you know, you might think it's funny, but I don't know how many team members we have who are DPD drivers, you know, postmen, Jehovah Witness, you know, whatever. Anybody who knocks on your door should not walk away without getting a sample or a leaflet or something, right? So anybody who knocks on your door, they came to you, right? Why on earth you would just go, get away from it, right? Whatever they sell, if they sell double glazing, they want to mow your lawn or whatever, go, hey, you know, I love how energetic you are. Let me tell you about something, right? Would you like to come in and have a cup of tea, right? Then you have flyers and brochures. Again, FM does some pretty cool flyers. Some of you got some flyers on Tuesday. So again, use them. But one tip with flyers, don't flyer. What I mean is don't just put flyers through people's letterboxes or drop them somewhere, etc., because nobody cares and nobody's going to read them and they're just going to go straight to the bin. If you want to do flyers, you have to hand it to person and say something to them, right? So you can have flyers in your car, you can have flyers in your bag, and when you meet, you know, when you have a situation where you can't get into a long conversation, you can just go, hey, you know, I really loved your attitude, or I really love how beautiful your makeup looks like. I help people earn extra income. Here's my flyer. If you know, have a look at it. If it's something that you're open with, just give me a call. My number is on the flyer, right? Say something before you give it to somebody, because otherwise it's going right to the bin. Samples, you know, this is like what I call market research. So you might have friends who you think they could do so well in this business, but you're not sure if they would be open to join your business or not. So what you can do is what we call market research. So you can call a person. Let's say I know Sarah, and Sarah lives in London. So I give a ring to Sarah and go, hey, Sarah, I've been doing this home-based business here in Peterborough, and it's been going tremendously well. I've been selling loads of perfumes. I've been selling loads of products. It's just going really great, but I'm not sure if it would work in London where you live. Would you mind if I send you a sample kit to show it to your friends and family and work colleagues, just to do some market research for me to see if it would work in your area, right? So you send them the kit, you send them the tools and everything. They go and expose their friends, family, and work colleagues to these products. Most likely they're gonna order, right? And when they do, you say to them, look, you know, I can keep the profit, but if you join my team, then you can just become a business partner and keep all the profits to yourself. How does that sound, right? So again, you can do this market research with people who live, you know, not in your area, etc. Then we have surveys. Again, you could do online surveys and offline surveys where you just ask people, hey, you know, would you mind filling in a quick survey about, you know, skincare, or about this or the other, or about earning extra income and things like that. So you can think of different surveys you can ask people to take, or even on Facebook, you can do a survey, like you can have a question and 3 choices, right? And people can tick those choices, right? So you could do different things relating to products or to business opportunity, etc. Next is social media. So we sort of already spoke about social media a lot. Referrals, again, we spoke about referrals, but also people who you already sold to. Go back to those people, do some customer service, just say, hey, how was the product? Are you enjoying it? Are you loving the smell, etc.? And then ask for referrals. Hey, could you put a little post for me on social media? Now, because they already used your product, they will feel very okay to do a post for you on social media. You know what I mean? So go back to those people who bought products from you. Email, like Sarah mentioned, you can email people. Video demonstrations, you know, you can do Facebook Live. If you're too shy or scared to do Facebook Live, you can pre-record one. So you can do 25 takes until you're happy with that video and upload it onto your Facebook, upload it onto your YouTube and things like that. Then you have celebrations on occasions, so make sure you use all of those, you know, Valentine's Days, Christmas, etc. But also, you know, I've been sharing the national day things on the group, you know, and like every day you have a national day for something, national day for chewing gum, national day for whatever, right? So you think about how could this relate to my product or my business, you know, and just weave them into your social media. Hey guys, today is National Lipstick Day. You know, I've got some pretty insane lipsticks that last the whole day. They're waterproof, you know, so they're going to be staying, and you put the lipstick on you to show how amazing it looks. Perfect, you know, easy sale, right? 22 is loyalty card. So again, you could have like a loyalty program, you know, so every time somebody orders from you, it ticks the box, right? And once they collected 6, they get a free product or something like that. So that increases the loyalty, increases the customer retainment. Number 23 is something that we call fragrance angels. Now, fragrance angels, basically, in our company, somebody can join from 16 years old, right? But if you have teenagers who are 12, 13, 14, 15, who would like to earn extra income, but of course they can't join the business yet, they can become what we call your fragrance angels. So you give them the kit, they take the kit to school, they take the kit to their friends, etc. They sell the products, they keep all the profits, you get all the points. Again, really cool in increasing the earnings. So if you know some teenagers who are serious, of course, not kids, right? But teenagers, some teenagers are very grown up and they just want to, you know, they're very entrepreneurial. They want to earn income. You can make them your fragrance angels, right? 24 before and after pictures, again, pretty, you know, self-explanatory. 25 is in-home demonstrations. So again, when somebody comes to your home, etc., you can do some demonstrations, and you can think of other places where you could do some product demonstrations too. And last one, number 26 is I call it database. One of the mistakes I made when I first started, I would just sell, and give them my business card, give them my contacts, hoping that they will call me when they need the product again. How naive was I? Most people, how to say it, people are programmed to go for the path of least resistance. So most people, the easiest thing to do is to do nothing, right? So even though they bought a really great smelling perfume from you, which smells stronger and lasts longer, and it only costs them, you know, third of the price, next time they're in duty free, guess what they're going to do? They're going to buy an eau de toilette, right? Why? Because it's convenient, because it's there, right? So what you want to do is start collecting a database. Everybody who buys from you, get the phone number, get their email, get their Facebook profile, etc., and start accumulating that, right? So you can keep reaching out to them and reminding them, right? Don't be scared to remind your existing customers about yourself, because think about, that's what all the big companies do. You buy something from Amazon, and here we go. You're going to start receiving an email every couple of days from Amazon. You buy something from Littlewoods, and you're going to get some emails from Littlewoods, right? Why they do that? Because they know business and they know that people forget about them. So they keep messaging, hey, here's the discount, hey, here's the new product, hey, here's this, right? If you ever bought something from Berry, from any of those Mother Care, or was it, how is it called? Anyway, all of those companies, they will bombard you, right? So you don't have to bombard people, but you could definitely reach out to them at least once a week with a product or a special discount or something like that. Okay, let them try before they buy. There was a guy in our company who was living in Manchester, and he was doing like 18,000 personal points a month. So that got me curious. I was like, what on earth is this guy doing, right? How is he selling so much? So I gave him a call, and I found out that basically he was doing what I told you earlier. He was going door to door to all the businesses around Manchester, just selling products, right? And he would do that full time. Like literally, he would go all day long, all month, right? He would go door to door because he needed cash quickly, right? So I said to him, what's the tip? Well, if you could give me a tip about selling, what would be the tip? And he said, the best tip I can give you is put the perfume on the person's hand. If you explain about perfume, that's logic. But if you put the perfume on their hand and they smell it, that's emotion. And emotion sells much better than logic. And he said, if you put the perfume on a person's hand, the chances of you selling that perfume increase 50%. So I took that lesson on board. And what I started doing, I started carrying 2 most popular women's samples in my pocket and 2 most popular men's samples in my pocket. So whenever I would speak to somebody, if it's a lady, I'd get out my 2 ladies' samples and I go, hey, look, I'm doing a bit of research. I want to find out which one you prefer more. I'm doing some research of which one is better. Can I put this on this hand and put this on this hand? Now have a smell. Which one do you like better? Oh, I love this one, right? Well, actually, this one comes in this bottle. It costs this much money, blah, blah, blah. There you go, right? And they can basically buy the product, right? So again, just expose people, let them smell the products, let them try the products. You'll be surprised, right? And then, of course, some of those customers, you can turn them into business partners. So if you see that somebody starts recommending to their friends, to the family, to everybody, starts bringing you loads of sales, you might say, hey, I think you could be really good in business, right? And don't be afraid to lose a customer to gain a business partner. Because sometimes sellers, they're so focused on selling, they're thinking, oh my gosh, if I recruit this guy, I'm going to lose all the profit from the sales. Long run, you're going to win a lot more from a business partner than you would from a customer, right? So it doesn't mean force all the customers to become distributors, but if you see that they've got the talent, or if they ask you, hey, so how much money are you making from this? That's your cue that they're interested in the business. You know what I mean? So these are some of the strategies. I don't know, Sierra, if you want to add anything to it. I've been rambling on for a while.
I think you've absolutely covered every angle, honestly. I think I've learned more off of you today than any other training session. It's been, especially the walking and talking side of it, which I think that we kind of like forget about. And this business is, because of the nature of our sample kits, this is such a fantastic business to walk and talk, you know. So I'm not going to mention names, but I have some team members say, I'm not going as fast as I want to go. And I try and say, well, walk and talk your business. And the more you walk and talk your business and, you know, present the perfumes and let them smell the perfumes, I think that's the most powerful way for you to grow. And I know it takes a bit of confidence, because some guys, you know, you want to be behind your telephone or screen. Get outside, get on the roads and start letting people smell what we've got, because that's the best way to sell the products by far.
And if you're scared of reaching out to somebody and starting that conversation, one of the best ways to do it in another way is to use your products publicly. So, you know, you're on a train or on the bus, get that sample kit out and start sorting it, start swapping samples, start smelling, going through your catalog. What will that do? It'll cause people to comment. If somebody's sitting next to you, they'll go, what is that? You know, people will pay attention and they will start the conversations themselves. You know, if you're at work or whatever, you know, and you're using our food supplements, don't take the food supplement at home. Get to work and take your food supplements there. Mix your inner balance at work, you know, or whatever. So they see and they go, what is that, right? So public use of the product very often will cause people to comment on it and go, oh, what's that? And, oh, that helps me to sleep better, or that helps me to feel better, or that's helping me to lose weight, or whatever it is, right? And now people are going to start commenting, right? So don't miss that opportunity. You know, wherever you go, sample kit, have it with you and start playing with it. You're at church, you're at a group meeting, you're whatever, just play with it, you know, getting people seeing it, you know, and things like that. And it's just going to cause people to ask you, you know?
Yeah.
Cool, guys. So here's some strategies. I think there's a lot of strategies that we shared with you. Use them, mix them up, see what other people are doing, etc. And be flexible in the way you learn. So sometimes, you know, you can get ideas from all sorts of different things. You're sitting and watching TV. Look how they're advertising. Look what they are saying. Look what they are doing. And sometimes you'll go, oh, I could use the same headline. I could use the same benefit. I could use whatever. Because like we have similar products to other companies, right? Like we sell a lot of skincare, right? Creams, day creams, night creams, etc. You know, and a lot of other brands are selling them. So if you're reading a Cosmopolitan or you're reading a magazine and you see L'Oreal or somebody else doing an ad on something, think, could I not just use exactly the same line for my product? You know what I mean? Because like a lot of these things are transferable. So don't be very rigid that it just has to be word for word, you know, the way I want to hear it, you know?
Yeah. Thanks, Gediminas.
Thank you very much for jumping on. I hope you guys got some value. See you soon.
One sec. Before we go, can everyone just unmute themselves very quickly? Or can you unmute everybody?
Yeah, sure. Unmute all.
And can you just all say thank you to Gediminas, because because without him we wouldn't grow as quickly. So thank you so much. You know,
You're welcome, guys.
actually,
Actually,
Fiona's here with me. She says thank you also. We have Fifi in the house.
Also, turn your cameras on. I'll do a quick screenshot. I'll do a quick screenshot.
Okay, let's make the hair look good.
Oh yes.
Get the lipstick on, everybody.
Hi. Oh shit, take the bar out my hair.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye guys.
See you soon.
Thanks for jumping on.